Can you imagine? And we hear every day of people trying to sell their children. What if this little girl had actually been sold to this pervert? Straight out to Noam Layden with WABC. Noam, what happened?
Well, this guy, his name Robert Thomas Jr., goes online and actually finds a website that's creepy enough that matches wannabe pedophiles with little kids.
You know, I've heard of websites like that. Unleash your lawyers. Alex Sanchez, Trinity 100 Mark. Alex Sanchez, defense attorney in New York. Alex, why can't the whole website just be banned? If you're matching up pedophiles with children, that's clearly illegal.
Yeah, I don't think the government would want it banned. Why not monitor a website like that? And by the way, Nancy, you know, central to the criminal justice system is intent. And I'm wondering whether or not this guy's intent was to purchase a 5-year-old kid to molest the kid, or really his intent was just to get arrested. And because it's so obvious what he was doing, he could not possibly get away with this. He wanted to get arrested.
So that is BS. Even Trinity 100 Mark, Atlanta defense attorney, says that's crazy.
Yeah,
go ahead, Trinity.
I think that's a little insane. I don't know that anybody actually wants to get arrested. But look, Nancy, this is early in an investigation. We don't know who else has access to this guy's computer, who has access to his house,
let me just
who lives there.
clear that up for you, Trinity, because Robert W. Thomas Jr., a 36-year-old white male, lives alone with his 3 dogs. All right, so I doubt one of them got on the computer. I want to go out to Special Guest Detective Matt Schatzer with the Alliance Police Department, who is on the case. Detective Schatzer, thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
You know, Detective, I always think I've seen it all after prosecuting in inner-city Atlanta for 10 years, all felonies. But this one really takes the cake. Look at this guy. Look at him. I wouldn't even let him in the room with the 5-year-old little girl. Well, how did you find out about the case, Detective? And thank God that you did. Go ahead.
Myself and another officer, we conduct online investigations, and Patrolman Rummel, my partner, ended up finding an ad placed on a social media site to which she responded to. And at that point, we began to...
You mean a woman, somebody actually responded to his ad, his want ad?
Yeah, the police department responded to the ad.
Okay, so you responded. Okay, let me ask you this. What was the text of the ad? What did it say? What did the ad say?
Mr. Thomas was looking for a couple or a family to arrange a marriage for their daughter.
Okay, you know, the way you said that kind of sounds like blasé, looking for a couple to arrange marriage of their daughter. What about the fact that she could be 5 years old?
That's correct.
Did you fall off your seat when you saw the ad?
When I was brought into the investigation, it surprised me, but it seemed like he really wanted to pursue this. We just continued with the investigation and exchanged some emails with him, and eventually...
What did you say to him? What did you say back to him? He wants to buy a 5-year-old girl to marry. What did you say back?
Well, the other officer just kept responding to him, and eventually he agreed to purchase a 10-year-old girl for $400.
$400. Okay, out to you, Clark Goldband. What more can you tell me?
Well, Nancy, here's where it gets real interesting. This goes down, according to authorities,
Clark,
at a restaurant.
It's already real interesting, as you put it. Real interesting. If you're a perverted pedophile, go ahead.
Here's how the sting goes down. It takes place in a restaurant. The gentleman there you see on the screen comes with $400 cash, thinking he's going to purchase this 10-year-old girl. The law enforcement officer who's posing undercover says,
what, he couldn't get a 5-year-old?
Apparently, he settled on a 10-year-old,
Nancy. Had to settle for 10? Okay, let's see, what is that? 10 years old.
That's what we understand. And okay,
what, a fourth grader? Okay, go ahead.
I think so, yeah. So here's what happens. So this man leaves the restaurant with the undercover cop. He says, let's go to my van. The gentleman then walks into the van, and as the cop opens the door, he's busted and taken down by a swarm of law enforcement. He is booked in jail right now, and he could face almost 30 years behind bars.